So, in the first episode of Madoka Magica, we get to find out that. Wait. I'm just being told right now that this isn't Madoka Magica. Rather than, this is Magical Girl Raisin Project. Well, Alright, all kidding aside, I will not be comparing Madoka Magica with this new series, Magical Girl. I will not be doing that because I think if I did that, that would be unfair to this new series. This new series should be treated differently. Even though I could make a lot of similarities between these two series. For example, one of them would be the character designs. I believe they resemble pretty much Madoka Magica's character designs. The only difference is that this new series, Magical Girl, they look a lot more fresh, a lot more newer, a lot more high def. Another similarity that I would say, the last one, really quick, is that the main character are pretty much the same from both series. They're both out to do what's good. They're both out to help everybody around them. They're good people. They're really good natured girls. And with the secondary character, I'm not sure if I'm the only one that gets this vibe that Sota, childhood best friend, she to me, well, he became a magical girl, which blew my mind. I was not expecting that. I didn't even think that was possible. So that was a good twist for the series. Seeing as Sota, the male, became a magical girl, that was nice seeing that twist. But I'm not sure if I'm the only one that gets this vibe that Sota resembles Mami from Madoka Magica. Because if I recall right, Madoka from Madoka Magica, the first person she met was Mami. And the first person this girl is meeting is Sota. And I believe Sota and Mami, a lot of the character designs are parallel to Madoka Magica. Pretty crazy. So I'm just gonna say this right now, if Sota ends up dying in a near like 2-3 episodes, I call that shit because she to me resembles Mami. She's the first person she meets. She's the first person that helps her out, just like in Madoka. And just like in Madoka, she died later on, really quickly, to prove to us this isn't just a typical Magical Girl series. So, if Sota dies, I call that shit. What makes this series stick out? Now, there is one fault that I kind of didn't like about the series, and it happened in the very first scene. They showed us this girl. I'm not sure if that was our main protagonist. Maybe she became a witch, because we do get some glimpses of witches, which are opposite of magical girls. So I don't know if that will play a huge factor later on. I don't know if if you get tainted, if you take this power too far, if you let it control you, instead of a magical girl, you become a witch. So I don't know if that is possible. But in the very beginning, we get to see this girl have a sinister smile, fighting this badly drawn fodder monster thing. So the reason I didn't like that scene is because it lets us know right away it is not a typical magical girl series, which I would have wished they would have shown that maybe at the end, so it could have been like more of a twist. But right away, the first scene just pretty much tells us no, there will be a lot of blood, there will be a lot of killing, there will be a lot of despair in this series. In my opinion, I did not personally like that part. Kind of wish it would have just started off normal, like in Madoka Magica, just normal. Then at some given point near the end of the episode, second episode, third, they reveal to us that no, this is not just a typical series for magical girls. That's the only real fault I had for this episode. The rest of the episode went by pretty quickly. I enjoyed it very much. We find out that there are 16, yes, count them guys, 16 other magical girls. And the thing that really hooked me right away was the fact that the plot pretty much says from the description, they will be battling out to see who are the 8 top magical girls that will stay magical girls. So I am pretty hyped, because I don't know if you guys know this, I don't know if I ever said it in my videos, but I am a huge fan of battle or survival anime. At the very end, we get told that there could only be 8. That was pretty much the second biggest moment that we had in this episode. The first was, well, in my opinion, I thought it was when Soda revealed to be a magical girl. Because, like I said before, I didn't think that was possible, but it happened. We'll go with it. And she teamed up with our main heroine. So we'll see how that plays out. I still believe he will die pretty quickly, just to show us that this isn't just a typical series. And because if I remember right, looking at the opening, she was actually paired up with another girl in the opening. I think it's the girl that doesn't talk much. So why in the world would the opening pair those two up when in this episode we get to see that she pairs up with Sota? Like I said, man, I feel like Sota's gonna die. I feel like she is mommy in this series. I might be wrong. I don't think I will be wrong. I really feel like Sota's gonna die. So we'll see how this plays out. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the character designs really, uh, I did not really like them. It just looked weird, but I will get used to it. I'm not one to put down a series because of the character designs. Uh, they just look very childish, and I know they did that on purpose. Maybe it's just because in the first scene we get to see this girl fight this fodder monster, and I just did not like the style of the monster. Because in Madoka, the monsters look way more terrifying. The scenery was way more dark. The tone was always quiet. So this series, I'm not really sure how I feel about it yet, but I am hooked. Mainly because it is a battle royal, it is a survival style show. So we will see how this plays out, guys. What do you guys think about the series so far? The first episode was definitely a really good first episode. Just didn't like that very beginning scene because it kind of just told everybody, hey, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of killing here. So that's pretty much it, man. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Sayonara.